Stop. Before you even think about clicking that buy button on a new Mac, you need to hear this. Apple is quietly preparing a massive shift that will change everything we know about budget desktops. For years, buying a Mac Mini meant accepting limits. You got a great machine for light work, but it wasn't a powerhouse. That is all about to change. We are looking at the biggest jump in the Mac Mini's history. If you buy a computer today, you might regret it within months. The tech world is buzzing with new leaks about the M5 Mac Mini, and the details are insane. The Apple M5 Mac Mini isn't just a small update. It is a complete reset of the entry-level market. According to multiple high-level leaks, Apple is targeting a release date around June 2026, likely during WWDC. This timing is perfect because it puts the new M5 chip right in front of developers and power users. While the M4 was a solid step forward, the M5 is designed to erase the line between a budget Mac and a professional Mac. Imagine having the power of a high-end workstation in a box that fits in your backpack. That is exactly what Apple is building. They want to make the Mac Mini the default choice for everyone, from students to pro editors. Inside this compact box, the M5 family is bringing a revolution in silicon. We are expecting a massive leap in GPU performance and advanced AI acceleration. This means the Mac Mini is moving out of its comfort zone. It's no longer just for browsing the web or answering emails. This machine will handle heavy 3D rendering, long video timelines, and complex AI workflows without breaking a sweat. Usually, these kinds of gains take many years to achieve. However, Apple is compressing that timeline into a single cycle. The M5 chip will feature a much larger GPU leap and expanded unified memory bandwidth. It's making the Mac Mini so powerful that it starts overlapping with machines that cost twice as much. The best part of this leak is the efficiency. It stays silent. Apple is achieving this through pure silicon scaling, not by adding big, loud fans. You get a small, quiet desktop that competes with giant towers. For those who need even more, the M5 Pro version will be a total beast. It's designed for engineers and creators who need multi-core power for fast exports and heavy multitasking. Rumors suggest that 16 GB of RAM will finally be the standard floor for these machines. This ensures that your projects stay fluid and never stall. This is the kind of performance that used to require a massive investment, now available at a fraction of the cost. Now, let's talk about the design. The physical layout is expected to stay exactly as it is. Apple recently redesigned the Mini in 2024 to be even smaller, and they plan to stick with that footprint. The unchanged design reinforces a huge point. Apple is not solving performance issues with larger enclosures. They are doing it with better engineering. However, there are still some compromises. Storage remains a big tension point. While some rumors suggest Apple might raise the base storage, many signs point to a smaller starting drive with paid upgrades. This is where Apple makes its money. But even with these storage costs, the core value of the M5 chip is hard to ignore. Price is where the decision becomes real for you. Most reporting suggests Apple intends to keep pricing close to current models. That places the base configuration in the familiar $600 range. If performance scales the way the leaks suggest, the price-to-capability ratio becomes impossible for traditional PCs to match. A mid-2026 launch gives current models time to sell while setting up a clean break into the next generation. It follows Apple's pattern of waiting just long enough before making the previous version feel outdated. This is a strategic move to push everyone toward the M5. This machine is designed to erase the old boundary between entry-level and professional desktops. It looks the same on the outside, but it behaves very differently on the inside. For buyers, the decision becomes simple. Those who need something immediately will still get a solid machine today. But those who can wait will be rewarded with far more longevity for the same amount of money. If even part of these leaks hold true, the M5 Mac Mini becomes the smartest long-term choice. It offers power without bulk and performance without noise. Think about the long-term value here. A cheaper machine that needs replacing every 2 years. actually costs you more money in the long run. A slightly more capable machine like the M5, which stays fast for 5 or 6 years, quietly saves you a fortune. That is the trade Apple is targeting. They aren't just chasing flashy specs or headlines. They are targeting sustained usefulness over time. For casual users, this means buying a desktop that never feels slow. Web apps will load instantly. Creative hobbies stay responsive. Multitasking stops feeling like a struggle. For professionals, it means a compact system that handles real work without forcing an immediate jump to far more expensive hardware. That balance is what makes the upcoming Mac Mini different. It does not ask users to choose between affordability and capability. It tries to remove that choice altogether. If Apple delivers close to what these leaks suggest, the Mac Mini becomes a default recommendation instead of a niche option. Waiting in this case is not about chasing hype. It is about recognizing a shift before it lands. A mid-2026 release puts a clear line between the old idea of a budget desktop and a new one built around efficiency. When that line is crossed, the Mac Mini is no longer just the cheapest Mac. It becomes the most sensible one. Anyone buying a desktop today has to decide whether they are solving today's problems or the next 5 years of them. The current generation handles the present well. The next one is being shaped for what comes next. Performance is no longer reserved for premium tiers. Efficiency allows that power to scale downward into smaller, cheaper devices. This lowers the barrier to owning a machine that does not age quickly. For everyone else, it simplifies the entire lineup. There is less guessing, less overbuying, and fewer regrets later. That is why this moment matters more than a simple spec bump or a new chip name. It changes how people think about value in computing. Instead of asking how cheap a machine can be, the question becomes how long it can stay relevant. If Apple holds its pricing and delivers this performance, the Mac Mini stops being an entry-level suggestion. It becomes a small, quiet box that outlasts expectations and makes upgrading feel unnecessary for years. At that point, the smartest move is not rushing to buy what is available now. It is recognizing when a category is about to reset and waiting for that reset to arrive. My best opinion on this product is that the M5 Mac Mini will be the Goldilocks of computers. It isn't too expensive, and it isn't too weak. It sits right in the middle, offering exactly what 90% of people need. The integration of AI tools directly into the silicon means this machine will handle the next wave of software much better than any Intel or older M-series Mac. If you are a student starting a degree or a pro looking for a secondary render node, this is the one. The value proposition is simply too high to ignore. Don't let the small size fool you, this is a giant in disguise. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the latest tech.